Have you ever wondered what makes people so successful in everything they do? What's the secret to their effectiveness, their ability to achieve their goals, and their ability to live fulfilling lives? It's not a coincidence, nor is it the exclusive domain of the gifted. In fact, there are universal principles and deeply rooted habits that anyone can adopt and implement to transform themselves from merely active to truly effective. This book will take you on a journey to discover these habits and how they can reshape your perspective on life and empower you to take control of your destiny. Let me start by talking about a fundamental idea. Effectiveness isn't just about getting things done. It's about achieving desired results in a sustainable way while maintaining balance in your life. It's not about being busy all the time, but about being busy with the right things at the right time and in the right way. The 7 habits aren't just a set of tips. They are deeply rooted principles like the laws of nature. When you learn and apply these laws, you'll find your life moving in exactly the direction you want it to. The first habit, the cornerstone of everything that follows, is be proactive. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself blaming circumstances, other people, or even your own bad luck for the problems you face? That's a reactive mindset. A reactive person is like a ship adrift, rudderless, and directionless. They wait for something to happen, then they respond. But a proactive person is very different. A proactive person realizes they have a choice. They don't blame circumstances. They take full responsibility for their reactions and actions. They realize that between the trigger, what happens to you, and the response, how you react to it, there's a very small space where your true power lies, the ability to choose your response. Think about it. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. That's true freedom. Being proactive means being the one who drives your life, not circumstances or other people. It means focusing your energy on your circle of influence, what you can control, not your circle of concern, what you can't. Start today by making small decisions that reflect this proactivity, and you'll see your life begin to transform. Now that you're a proactive person, let's move on to habit 2. Begin with the goal in mind. This habit talks about vision and purpose. Imagine starting to build a house without a clear plan or a final image of what the house will look like. Do you expect the result to be satisfactory? Of course not. That's how your life is. Many people spend their lives running around, from one task to the next, without a clear vision of what they ultimately want to achieve. This habit invites you to be the primary creator of your life. Define what's most important to you, what your core values are, and what you want to achieve before you take a single step. It's like writing your life script before you begin. This goal or vision should be clear in your mind, as if you can see it right in front of your eyes. It's your compass that guides your daily decisions. Ask yourself, what do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to have? And what do I want to leave as a legacy after I'm gone? When you start with a goal in mind, every step you take, every decision you make, and every effort you expend will be directed toward that higher purpose, giving your life deeper meaning and preventing distraction and loss. Remember, true effectiveness begins with your own vision for your life. Now that we've laid a solid foundation for our lives through initiative and purpose, it's time to talk about the habits that will help us translate this vision into reality. Remember that knowledge alone is not enough. Application is what makes the difference. The third habit, which is the practical embodiment of the previous 2, is put priorities first. This habit speaks to intelligent time and life management. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself extremely busy, running from one task to the next, but at the end of the day feeling like you haven't accomplished anything of real value? This happens because we often fall into the trap of urgent tasks rather than important tasks. Urgent matters impose themselves on us, crying out for our immediate attention, while important matters, which are often not urgent, contribute to achieving our long-term goals and objectives. This habit invites you to use the famous time management matrix. Imagine a quadrant divided into 4 sections: urgent and important, e.g., crises, projects with tight deadlines. These need immediate attention, but too many of them indicates poor planning. Non-urgent and important, e.g., planning, relationship building, prevention, self-development. This is the quadrant where we should spend most of our time. It's the effectiveness quadrant. Urgent and not important, e.g. interruptions, a few phone calls, a few emails. These things feel urgent but don't contribute to our real goals. Non-urgent and not important, e.g. trivial activities, a few emails, wasting time on social media. This is the waste quadrant. An effective person focuses on the second quadrant, the important but not urgent things. These are the things that build your future, maintain your health, and develop your relationships. When you prioritize first, you manage not just your time but your entire life, ensuring you're devoting your energy to the things that truly matter. Learn to say no to urgent but unimportant things so you can say yes to important but non-urgent things. Now that you're able to manage yourself and your priorities, let's move on to habit 4, think win-win. This habit speaks to the abundance mindset in dealing with others. Often, people fall into the trap of a scarcity mindset, believing that success must come at the expense of others and that there is a limited amount of good in the world. This leads to thinking patterns that are I win/you lose, win-lose, I lose/you win, lose-win, or even I lose/you lose, lose-lose, in the worst case. But the win-win mindset says the exact opposite. It believes there is room for everyone to succeed. It seeks win-win solutions in any interaction or relationship. This requires collaboration rather than competition, negotiation rather than conflict, and the search for creative solutions that satisfy all parties. Think of it like a big pie from which everyone can take a slice, rather than fighting over one. This approach builds trust, strengthens relationships, and creates an environment of cooperation and mutual support. When you think about mutual benefit, you open the door to opportunities you never saw before, and you find that success flows to you and to others around you. Since we're talking about relationships, habit 5 is seek to understand first, then to be understood. This habit is about effective communication and building strong relationships. In most of our interactions, we tend to listen with the intent to reply, rather than listen with the intent to understand. We listen to gather information that supports our point of view, or to wait for our turn to speak, rather than truly trying to enter the other person's world and understand their perspective, feelings, and needs. This habit calls for empathic listening. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart and mind. To truly understand the other person, to feel what they feel, to see the world through their eyes, before you try to explain your point of view or ask them to understand you. When others feel truly understood, they become more open to listening to you and to trusting you. This builds bridges of communication and resolves many conflicts before they even begin. Remember, before you diagnose, you must understand. And before you ask others to understand you, you must first seek to understand them. This is the key to building strong, lasting relationships and is integral to a person's effectiveness in life. Now that we've reviewed the first 5 habits that start from within and extend to interactions with others, it's time to conclude this journey with 2 habits that put balance and continuity at the heart of your life. Remember, effectiveness isn't a race. It's an ongoing journey that requires constant renewal and maintenance. The 6th habit, the driving force behind all great accomplishments, is synergize. This habit speaks to the power of collaboration and co-creation. Think about it. When you combine 2 or more forces, is the result simply the sum of the parts? Synergism says no. It says the result is greater than the sum of the parts. 1 plus 1 can equal 3, 10, or even 100. Synergism happens when people value their differences and use these differences as a source of strength, not conflict. Synergism means recognizing that others have different perspectives, different strengths, and different experiences that can complement your own. Instead of seeing these differences as a threat or an obstacle, see them as an opportunity to find creative solutions you wouldn't have thought of on your own. This requires an open mind, respect for others, and a willingness to seek solutions that achieve mutual benefit, as discussed in Habit 4. When you collaborate with others, you open the door to unlimited possibilities, and you find that ideas and solutions flow naturally, leading to accomplishments far greater than you could have accomplished alone. Think of successful work teams, harmonious sports teams, or even an orchestra. Each part plays its role, But true beauty is revealed when all the parts come together to create something great. It's the culmination of all the previous habits, where you use your initiative, purpose, priorities, mutuality of mind, and understanding to create extraordinary results with others. Finally, we come to habit 7, the habit that makes all the others possible: sharpen the saw. This habit speaks to the constant renewal of yourself in all aspects of life. Imagine a lumberjack spending his day felling trees with a broken saw. No matter how strong or hardworking he is, his output will be limited. But if he pauses for a short time to sharpen his saw, he'll return more effective and productive. And so will we. Life constantly stresses us out and saps our energy. If we don't take time to replenish, we become less effective and more susceptible to burnout and exhaustion. This habit invites you to invest in yourself in 4 key dimensions. Physical dimension. It's about taking care of your body. Adequate sleep, proper nutrition, and regular exercise. When your body is strong, so is your mind. Mental dimension. It's about renewing your mind. Reading, continuous learning, journaling, critical thinking, and planning. When your mind is sharp and organized, your ability to solve problems and make decisions increases. Spiritual dimension. It's about finding inner peace and meaning in your life. This might be through meditation, prayer, spending time in nature, or reading inspirational texts. When your soul is reconciled and clear, you feel calm and inner strength. Social/emotional dimension. It's about renewing your relationships and serving others, spending quality time with family and friends, building strong relationships, and helping others. When your relationships are healthy, you feel a sense of belonging and support, which enhances your happiness. Sharpening the saw means taking time daily, weekly, and monthly to renew yourself in these 4 dimensions. It may seem like it's taking time away from your productivity, but it actually increases it. It's a long-term investment in yourself, ensuring you remain able to respond effectively to challenges and live a life full of energy and vitality. Remember, the 7 habits aren't just a to-do list. They're integrated principles that work together. When you adopt these habits, you don't just change what you do, you change who you are. You become more proactive, more goal-oriented, more effective at managing time, more collaborative, more understanding, and more capable of renewal. It's a continuous journey of growth and development, one that will give you control over your life and achieve everything you aspire to. Finally, I wish you happiness in all your personal and professional affairs. If you have reached this point, thank you very much. I hope you will subscribe to my channel so that we can be one family, and like the video if you like it. You will find in the description box Instagram if you have questions, and I will answer you with everything I know. Goodbye until the next video. I love you.